Hey, what's up, everybody? Have y'all ever heard the latest news that's going on out there? They said that they're trying to convert the Americas into Islam. They're trying to make everybody over here a Muslim, okay? So, there is no peace on Muhammad, okay? You know, a lot of those Muslims are like, oh, peace be upon Muhammad. Well, hey, you ain't getting that from me. Okay? There is no peace upon a man who did poor Aisha very wrong. Okay? There's many things that we can speak about when it comes to your little Quran for all you Islam people out there. Okay? Yes, I'm a very well learned brother when it comes to the Quran, the Bible, the Book of Mormon, all these books that you can just think about, right? I'm your brother that you want to go to. You understand me? But anyways, I'm gonna give you guys some ammunition on how to deal with some of these Muslims. Okay, as I'm from the tribe of Issachar, the so-called 12 tribes of Israel. You hear me? I'm gonna show you how we get down, precept on precept, line upon line, and not just the Holy Bible, but we're going to show you some precepts in the Quran as well. You understand me? So take notes. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. Maybe part 2, part 3. I don't know yet. Okay? Most I wouldn't. But anyways, so they say that Muhammad was a prophet, right? Well, if you guys want to know more insight before Muhammad began, you hear me? Go get this book. Okay, I know it may be backwards to you guys, but it's called From Babylon to Timbuktu. You hear me? A History of Ancient Black Races, including the Black Hebrews. Okay, by Rudolph R. Windsor. Okay, go get this book because it gives you information, okay, about Muhammad and his early origins. Okay, so I'm just gonna read you guys something real quick, right? It just talks about over here called the birth of Islam. Okay, but I'm going to get to the main point. It says over here, when highlighted, when Muhammad was born, many Arabs, what? When Muhammad was born, many Arabs were still worshiping, okay, the sun, the stars, spirits, and idols. You hear me? The Arabs possessed 360 idols. What? 360 idols. One for each day of the year. Okay? So what are they getting their information? So we already know that the three main religions of the Abrahamic faith, so-called, right, is the Christianity and Judaism, so-called, and Islam, right? So, did you guys know that Abraham, right? He's the father of many nations, okay? And another thing too. So, if you guys go and get this book, it's called the Book of Jasher, okay? Let me see where is it at? Right here. Let me see. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. Okay. The Book of Jasher. All right. I know many of you guys will probably reject this book, just like you guys are going to reject a lot of these other books I bring up. But guess what? This is for your knowledge. You understand me? So, the Book of Jasher, right? Chapter 11. Okay? We'll go to Book of Jasher, chapter 11 real quick, and I'm going to continue reading right there. Okay? So, this is a conversation that Abraham, yes, the Abraham that we all subscribe to, right? And his father, his name was Terah. Okay? So Terah, he tells you right here, okay? So in Jasher chapter 11, okay? Jasher chapter 11. And it says right here, okay? In verse 20, it says, Jasher chapter 11, verse 20 through 21 and 22, okay? It says, and Abraham said to his father, my Lord, show them unto me, I pray thee. And Terah brought Abram into the chamber of the inner court. And Abram saw, and behold, the room was full of gods of wood and stone, 12 great images, and others less than they were without number. And Terah, okay, Terah said unto his son, Behold, these are they which made thou. These are the guys that supposedly made you, okay, in the earth. And it says, and which created me and you and all mankind. And it says, and Terah bowed down to his gods. Then he went away from them, and Abraham his son went away with him. Okay, so long story short, okay, this is where a lot of these so-called Muslims who were, before they were Muslims, they were called Persian. It was called Persian mythology. You understand me? Persian mythology, which means that they were worshiping a different god of every day. You understand me? It says right here, if we go back to this book, right? It says, when Muhammad was born, many Arabs were still worshiping the sun, stars, spirits, and idols. The Arabs possessed 360 idols, one for each day of the year. Okay? And goes down a little bit down here. It says, after Muhammad became a camel driver, he traveled to remote and intriguing lands. He led his caravans to Persia, Syria, and Egypt, transacting business with merchants of every kind. On his business trips, he met Jews, Christians, and members of other sects. He interrogated them. Okay, he interrogated them concerning the tenets of their religions. He frequented an environment of the Jews and their rabbis, most because they were merchants and omnipresent ethnic group. Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews related to him. Then that's when he became monotheism. Okay, so he's getting all this stuff. He's collecting all this information, right? It says Muhammad learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion and compounded with his new religion, Islam. Okay, this is the origins of Islam. Okay, and I'll put that on the like a little header for you guys wherever we decide to put it. Right, we'll just show you guys the origins of Islam. Okay, and so it's crazy, right, that Islam came what like 600 years right after the Messiah Christ, right? And now they want to say that Jesus was a Muslim, okay? Abraham was a Muslim, okay? Allah did all this other stuff. So Allah was created after Christ, okay? Allah was created after Christ. You understand me? So like I said, we're going to go into a part 2. So stay tuned and get these books I just showed you. You understand me? If you guys want to stay artillery up in the spiritual realm, get your Quran. You understand me? For purposes. You understand me? For edification purposes. Get this book called Babylon the Timbuktu. You understand me? And then also get the book of Jasher too, so you guys can understand where these gods came from. You understand me? So we'll see you guys on the next video.